Yeah. Prince Tosh 420. Show out. Show out. With Prince Tosh 420. Show out. Show out. Well, my celly rings while I'm getting fly in the crib. Star running Jack on Society 7. Basement party in the hills, he said. No hoodie tonight, let's get fly instead. A case of Coronas, 2 bottles of Spade. The out to that cushion, we on our way. I know some people smoke, so I know I get paid and laid in the shade somewhere in the day. Spar deep in the full console. She came at me with a shot of conjo. Swallowed it down and passed me one more. Swallowed it fast and I walked through the front door and already see freaks getting it on. And they ain't leaving till 6 in the morning. The DJ's playing my favorite song, so come on, darling, let's hit the floor. It's getting so hot in here. The way they moving their bodies right there. She taking her clothes off, yeah, baby girl, just shake that thing. It's getting so hot in here. The way they moving their bodies right there. She taking her clothes off, yeah, baby girl, just shake. 2 steps to the left, 2 steps to the right. You got a little buzz and you feel a little hype, and the drinks don't stop and the smoke's in tight and the sweat starts dripping and she looking so right. Then she takes shirt off and he's flashing lights. Her body starts moving like a snake in the night. You standing there doing like you want to take a bite, chill out, homeboy, for the energy of life. I know they look so tasty. Wanna dodge all in their pastries. Wanna buy her Prada and pastries. I have her picking anything in Macy's. Have her feeling like Angela Simmons. Give her the biz, now she's thinking in gravy. Keep talking that good in the air. Sooner or later she'll wanna have your baby. It's getting so hot in here. The way they moving their bodies right there. She taking her clothes off, yeah. It's getting so hot in here. The way they moving their bodies right there. She taking her clothes off, yeah, baby girl, just face on fire, bouncing and shaking all the way to the way she make her cakes. Clap someone, turn the sprinklers on. Ring, 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 I'll be your fireman. You're making it hot like the sun in Japan. No one can push you out as fast as I can when I lay your body down in jet black sand. This that type you leave your wife for. To have one night, she tight like lockjaw. They hit it to fire, she's speaking like hot lava. The rain comes down like splash waterfall. Now I'm drowning in your love. I'm filling up my cup. And yes, I feel the buzz that I can't get enough. So I'll be wanting more as soon as you walk through my door. On the kitchen floor or the edge of the tub. It's getting so hot in here. The way they moving their bodies right there. She taking her clothes off, yeah, baby girl, just shake that thing. It's getting so hot in here. The way they moving their bodies right there. She taking her clothes off, yeah, baby girl, just shake.
Yo, listen, yo, for real, dude.
You almost didn't have to say nothing.
For real, we are back on the Cornerstone Live. I'm trying to keep serious, B. I'm really trying with you. You know what? Do me a favor, C. Do me a favor. Just swing your camera to camera 1. Swing your camera. Listen. See? It's either you or him. I know inside the booth you don't want this, but listen, ladies and gentlemen, this is a black ranch show, which means there's some black people in the production part that does nothing. This guy standing out here should be on the camera. He was on the phone, which holds up my show and my questions. Thank you. Now you know who I be cracking. Okay, thank you. Okay, all right. B, I'm sorry. Why do you look at me with such, like, why would you do that?
Get out of the side.
No, B be looking at me like, really? Why would you? B, you know I. Okay, then you go ahead and stop, B. I'm going to just sit here.
Well, I mean, I think that just overall, the situation that we're dealing with and talking about is serious. I mean, it's really life or death, and it's not just life or death for the young people that are involved in the situation.
Oh, you talking about the street? I'm still talking about Supreme.
Oh, no. I'm done with Supreme.
Oh, okay. I'm not life or death Supreme. It ain't that serious. We can get a monkey to do the camera. We got one now.
And I think just, the overall public safety issue that concerns me, when people don't have any regard for other people. I mean, beef is beef, war is war. but innocent people that have nothing to do with anything, that bothers me.
Yeah.
And that's the stuff that really, really bothers me the most. Because if you got an issue with somebody, you handle it with that somebody. Boston's not that big.
But I want to say further than that, like on a larger scale, it's almost like on a genocide level, you know what I mean, where these things are happening, going back to, remember, I was talking to JG about this letter that was written. You said it was a little old, but basically we're out here killing ourselves, and we will not have generations to come, you know what I mean, with intelligence, with success, you know what I mean, with that maturity, so we can have a better community.
Well, I'm going to disagree with you on that one. We have some very educated, intellectual black people, but here's our problem. We're too busy closing the rest of the world off without trying to help pull them in with us. I think that's our only difference, and I think that's the problem with the police department. Everybody's crying, do something about it, but when you go to them, what do you get?
When you go to them, first of all, you get stonewalled because they don't want to, we're involved with it. They for some reason, they think it's tainted, or they don't want to be involved because they be painted as being, you're working with the police.
Oh, I got this one. Listen, if you are over 19 and you are not a criminal, you cannot be a snitch. Now, if me and B did something together and I get caught and I told where B lives, I am a snitch. But if B did something stupid and I did not know about it, that is me being a man surviving going home. Grow up. If you're a criminal, you be a criminal. If you're not, tell. Because it's going to hit you sooner or later. It is going to hit you sooner or later. It's no such, I don't believe in that code. Somebody said it in a movie. Somebody said it in a rap song. And they believe in it now. And then you hear them crying, the police ain't doing nothing. But when you ask them, somebody tell me, because the people in the streets know the streets.
I agree with you on that.
How do we build a working relationships for the police department and the inner city? How do we get stronger? Because I know you guys are out there. I know you guys are trying. You got the PAL, so you have the kids playing in athletics. You have the community department. How do we get stronger? Help us help you. How do we get stronger relationships? I think one of my problems is, and I don't mean to switch, I got followed one night by some police officers home. And when they pulled up to my house, I was like, thank you for the escort. I really appreciate it, because I was worried that somebody might steal my tapes in the car. I don't see enough black cops in the black community. I see some. But I remember back in the day, I used to run Lane's Lounge and the Rose Club. There was always someone that I can relate to. Because you get a lot of guys who grew up on the Cape or out in Wilbraham, they don't understand what these kids are going through. So maybe they stop thinking like a civilian and they just go strictly by the book, where you, who grew up in the inner city, can understand, here's a child that just needs someone to care. Is there some kind of training there, or am I just far-fetched, just in a fantasy land?
Well, it's it all comes in getting out there and talking to people. All right, and I guess I've been black all my life, and it just comes natural. I mean, it's with officers that I worked with before. I have yet to see, after they've been out there for a while, it becomes second nature for them. It's a learning experience for them as well. And with that being said, the community has to deal with the police officers. They can't look at color. They can't look at black or white. You got to look. I hate to say it, but you have to look at it as being blue. We're out here to help you.
Okay.
And you're saying to me, what more can we do? Well, we've gone as far as we can go right now. We have to have the community help us. We have to have the community be responsible and policing themselves, and I don't mean going out there and making arrests, but policing themselves in the fact that they have to start talking to us. They have to start being not afraid to say what they see. Because one thing we learned when we were in the academy: every window is an eye, every wall is an ear.